Hi, I'm Dex Galfand. I'd like to share a little bit of the expertise I've accumulated through my years of being a counselor or a practitioner of therapeutic spiritual counseling, as I call it. And it's just this. When your client, when your participant shows a certain signal that they're struggling to get an answer to a question that you're asking them, and you see the same sort of manifestation over and over, and you may come to where you can just recognize it upon seeing it once, but when you see it happening over and over to great degree, where they go into some pattern of showing a struggle to find the answer to what they're looking for when you ask them a question, whether they're saying over and over again, I just can't get it, I just can't get it, or they're saying, I'm really not sure. I don't know if it's this, I don't know if I'm really getting the right answer. I don't know if I'm finding anything. They may do that. But whatever sort of manifestation it is, other than just going, well, what I'm getting is this, but instead some specific expression of some sort of struggle to simply answer the question. Like they might say over and over again, as one client did, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Or they're going, I can't get it. There's generally a sign of exasperation or frustration that goes with this phenomena. But clearly you can see an expression of struggle, and it's expressed the same way more than once. Okay, that to a master practitioner should be taken as a tell, like in cards and poker, somebody has a tell showing whether they've got a good or a bad hand. Well, that's a tell of what is really in need to be processed, what they really need to inspect and spiritually digest is not about the question that you've been asking them or the different questions you've been asking them when you see that same phenomena of struggling to get to the answer. I just can't get it, or I just don't know, or however it is that gets expressed, where that goes on for a little bit instead of they're going directly to finding some sort of answer. Well, that itself is an expression of something very much in need of addressing. And I would just take that up. Anytime I have taken that up, for example, let's tell me about encountering the condition of I can't get it, I just can't get it. Just saying that, if that's what the person's been expressing, you'll be so surprised what will present itself through that person's spiritual compass, which is actually what the essence of the being has been trying to tell you. They're presenting something right there that needs to be processed. Never mind the particular question that they're struggling with. That expression of struggling to get to the answer is itself something that really needs to be processed. And when you address that in particular, there will be profound gains and changes for your participant. Whatever comes up in addressing this condition of I don't know, or I'm really not sure, I really just can't get it, or whatever it is, when you can see that it's something very meaningful. There's a lot of energy of exasperation in that. That in itself is the thing to immediately take up. It's the most relevant thing that your client needs to address. And big changes will come from that. So again, when you take up, when you say, like I would say, tell me about a condition encountered of, I just can't get it, okay? Images and narratives and incidents are going to all of a sudden be accessible. They're going to reveal. And there's tremendous energy of emotional pain or fear embedded in these that really needs to itself be processed. And when that energy itself is processed, and they find whatever significances or stories may be related to that, but specifically the strong feeling, the energies of that itself. Once that is processed, what I've always noticed, and what you will notice with your participants, is that ever after that, they run much more smoothly. They respond much more quickly. It is far easier for them to get what they need to find and be excited and changed by what they find without a whole lot of time being taken up with them expressing the struggle to get whatever the idea is or to be sure about it. if you're somebody yourself who has this happen to you, when you try to get answers, whether it's in your own counseling sessions that you receive or just in life, recognize what this is showing, that it's your own tell, and come see me or someone else who is a master practitioner who will recognize that that in itself is something that once successfully addressed will provide mountains of relief, huge relief, and ever after that your counseling sessions will be so much more effective. They will run at a greater depth and get results with far more certainty and speed and effectiveness. So that's a very specific tip that I want to convey, is that expression of struggling to get an answer in sessions is itself something that is vital to be processed, even before taking up the material of the questions that have been asked. When you, as a practitioner, if you are a practitioner, see your client doing that, jump on that, okay? And if you experience yourself in trying to process things and answer questions, that exasperating same kind of feeling and struggle, like I just can't get it, or I'm really not sure, I don't know why it's so hard, okay? That right there needs to be jumped on. There's a lot of answers in that for you when it's successfully addressed in a session. Thanks for listening.